First of all, thank you, ArchFilmLund, for giving me this space to talk. I came here because I'm making a documentary, a project. It's called A While at the Border. And it's a documentary that is based on the letters that my aunt and my mom sent each other during the first years of my aunt's political exile. My mom and my aunt were both architects, and they were both political activists, and they had to run away from Argentina, from the military dictatorship, who disappeared more than 30,000 people in the late 70s and the beginning of the 80s. So my aunt, she was kidnapped and tortured, and she had to run away. She managed to escape and run away and came here to Lund, where she find a place, a home, and a safe place to live and develop her as an architect. So thank you, Lund and Sweden, for that. And my mom, I think she also ran away. She didn't leave the country, but she went to a very, very distant land, which is called Formosa, in the border between Argentina and Paraguay, where I was born and raised. And so they sent each other letters during these first years, and it's fascinating. I found the letters of my aunt, how my aunt described her first encounter with the Swedish culture, and how she described the architecture. She had to also study all over again architecture here, so she also talks a lot about how different was the teaching of architecture and how you conceive space and design. And one thing that is fascinating for me is I cannot imagine a more opposite place to Lund than Formosa, because, well, here everything is so designed and planned, and Formosa is so chaotic and wild, and so they are very opposite places. One of the questions that I was making myself was, why did I have this fantasy? What is based on this fantasy of the homeland, as the returning to the homeland? My aunt never returned, as you have told. If I told you that I'm from Argentina, you will probably think about Buenos Aires, about tango, but you will not think about Formosa at all. Most people in Argentina don't think about Formosa as a part of Argentina either. And so I think there is an interesting connection between borderlands and exile people. This documentary is trying to approach exile as an identity, not only as a situation, as a category.
The trip that Claudia made to another country is not far away from like the trip that many other people are making still today.
If I can understand deeply this process of when you leave your homeland, your culture, and you adopt another, it's not that you forget one, but actually you can mix two cultures, like I do or we do in borderlands. All the documentaries that I've seen about exile are told from the people who return. But what about the people who don't want to return or couldn't return?
I left Italy, which is behind the corner, but I was myself feeling sort of distance from the family. I never could understand how she could say, I don't want to go back to Argentina.
These are the questions that are guiding me through the process. What is returning? Because I returned to my homeland, and it wasn't at all a return. I was just living again, but in a different place. Places changes, people change, and so no one can take a bath in the same river twice, right? So this is the idea that I wanted to all of us try to understand deeply when we think about returning. What are we thinking about? What is behind this idea of the return?